Hello, LGU faithful. What is going on? This is Panda Bear 7109, and for today's podcast, the second iteration of LGU podcast or whatever we're gonna call it, we don't even have a name. I feel like we have a pretty damn good topic for you today. I am joined by Metalhead. We still didn't get a guest because we're both lazy as fuck.
And I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
I'm such a hermit on YouTube. I don't know very many people.
Yeah. Oh, that's my phone. But before we get into the topic, which I'll let Metalhead intro in a little bit, I just want to bring up some things, just to kind of talk to you guys, the viewers and the subs. Just like how did you like the first week or the first the first week of us doing this new format? Did you like it? Do you have any questions, any comments, criticisms, compliments, anything like that? Please let us know. And also, we want to hear questions from you, not just about the format, but about anything, because we want this podcast to kind of be a Q&A, and then we'll talk about some topics that either me or Metalhead think of. So you guys giving us some questions that we can answer really helps us out when we want to either just talk blindly for half an hour or maybe think of like an actual discussion, intelligent discussion that we can have. So those questions can help us out. So please leave them. Remember to leave them by Sunday. I know we put out the podcast on Wednesday, but we record it the previous Sunday. So today is what's today? Sunday, October 16th. So you aren't gonna watch this until
The 18th.
no, the 19th.
19th.
Yeah, so
Math kicking in.
so you guys aren't gonna watch this till the 19th. So any questions that you guys can leave us, we'll be able to answer on when we do the podcast. I mean, it's not set that we have to do it on a Sunday, but sometimes it's just easier for us to do it that day, and that's when we'll mainly do it. So please leave us questions that we can answer. Anything else you want to say about the first week that we had, Middle?
You guys need to watch more of it. I only saw like 150 views on that, which is kind of ridiculous. You guys, come on.
Yeah, it was.
All you gotta do. It's only 8 minutes, and we are somewhat experienced, so we're not like complete noobs at commentaries. So
yeah,
just show your support and come watch.
It was also a bit long because I had to talk a little more about the format and whatnot. Because next week, I don't think we're gonna talk past 5 to 7 minutes. I think that's gonna be our limit.
Yeah, that's what we're hopefully aiming for, is like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I like short videos.
Yep. Don't we all in the ADD generation?
Yes, I cannot stay concentrated on commentaries for longer than like 5-6 minutes. I don't know what it is, but
which is kind of funny because
ADD.
we're doing a podcast.
I don't know. It's just weird because I can watch my videos for some reason like all day, and like I can watch those respawn update videos all day, but it's like the second I start watching like a commentator, I just get really bored. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. But why don't you, let's segue from that into our topic today.
Okay, so Panda was actually talking to me about this topic, which I think is a really cool topic, and I think I've talked about it a couple times on my channel. And it's how YouTube has swayed the gaming industry in general. Doesn't have to do anything with just money or how the game performs. It's pretty much everything about gaming. Panda came out with a good point, which I think he should probably do first, because I think my point's definitely secondary. But Panda, if you want to explain your point a little bit.
What was my point?
Good. How commentators have a huge sway.
Oh yeah. So yeah, like Metal said, we were talking about this. We were discussing like the influence of YouTube has had on the gaming sector, the gaming community, and my thing that stands out, most for me is really how the big commentators, and not even the big commentators, like some of the secondary commentators that are around, like the 20,000 to 50,000 mark, they still have a big sphere of influence with people. Like, what was his name? Oh yeah, Private Joker. Like, I forget his name. Of course I know his name. Private Joker has almost 4,000 people following him on Twitter. And the reason why I bring up Private Joker in specific is because the example that I brought to Metalhead's attention was, these bigger YouTubers, the big small YouTubers, medium YouTubers, however you want to say, how sometimes they will flame a person that has insulted them or something, and Private Joker sticks out the first and foremost for me, because I remember a few times where he's posted a tweet or left a comment or something like, go flame this guy because he pissed me off, or something along those lines. And I just think it's odd how people will then go leave like 100 comments on this one random dude's channel just because this person on the internet told them so. It's like the proverbial with, if someone asks you to jump off a bridge, would you jump off of it? It's I just think it's kind of funny how these YouTubers now affect the way we think about not only gaming but most of our lives. Like, Woody's Gamertag, he's probably one of the biggest when it comes to leaving advice to his followers, because he does a lot of life commentaries, because he's an older guy. He's probably mid-30s, so he's been around for a while. And
I think he's like 40 something.
Yeah, you think he's mid-40s?
Oh yeah, he's old. He's like freaking father time compared to the rest of us.
The old bastard. But he does do, like, the one that sticks out for me is he did a couple of videos on advice for college freshmen, or advice for high school freshmen, or something like that. And they're good videos. Like, I'm not flaming him or saying that they're bad videos. I just think it's funny how these people on the internet are giving us advice over gameplay commentary. It's like it reminds me of the Peanuts comic. If you guys are probably even too young to remember Peanuts.
Are you kidding?
Now
Dude,
I side old. Are they still in the Sunday paper? I don't even remember.
Yeah, like, dude, come on. Everybody knows Peanuts.
I don't know, man. You ask some of the 13, 14-year-olds these days.
Come on. Who does not know Snoopy or Charlie Brown? If you don't know, you are definitely hiding under a rock or something.
All right. Well, it reminds me of the Peanuts comic where Lucy is the 5-cent doctor or therapist or something, and the doctor is in, and she just gives like really general advice, and then people follow it, or the Charlie Brown or whoever will follow it and be like, oh yeah, that applies to me specifically. And I don't know, and that's kind of going off the beaten path with my whole influence of YouTubers. That's like way down the line, because you actually brought up a good point with how it affects video games. So I think you should.
I just want hold on before we go into mine. I just want to talk a little bit about yours, because I find it kind of like, I don't know, just weird that people like follow these YouTubers with, I don't know, a certain extent to where it's a religion, and that YouTuber is their god, so to speak. For example, I don't think you were commentating when this kind of capped off, but the whole thing between Wings of Redemption and DJ Keemstar, like, I was just watching that video for some reason back like last night, just because I wanted to, but it was basically a video on Machinima Respawn about them. I guess they had like a whole fight or something, and in the process, DJ Keemstar's, I think, Halo Funtage channel got taken down for some odd reason. I think they were just doing false flagging on each other's videos, but it's just unbelievable that, like, if you've seen DJ Keemstar's live streams on Blog TV or see him on Twitter, he kind of gets irritating to the point where he tries to treat his fans like they're this big-ass army, and he could just take this army and go take somebody's channel down because they do something that he doesn't like. Like, I don't know, I don't know whatever happened to, like, common sense, like, not doing things that are retarded. I don't know. Just, it seems like it's gone out the door for some people, and I think that people need to kind of use logic, especially the viewer themselves, because I mean, what gain do you get out of flagging somebody's videos? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, yeah, and actually, I kind of have a story about that with my good friend Irish Football Six. Maybe some of my subscribers, I know we're putting this on LGU, but maybe some of them will recognize the name Irish Football Six. He had some funny ass reaction videos. That was his whole thing. I mean, he played games. That's how we kind of met. Is he was commenting on a couple of my videos about gaming, and I was like, oh, who are you? And he said I do reaction videos, and I checked out his some of his videos, and they were so funny. But the problem with him is he called out Gold Glove. Back when oh yeah, Osama bin Laden died. Gold Glove put out a video saying in capital letters, "Osama bin Laden is dead" as a title, and a thumbnail of the picture of Osama bin Laden that was released to the press, and that was the intro to it. But the actual video only consisted of Gold Glove asking his followers to go on Facebook or bump something up on Facebook or something stupid like that. And Irish Football 6, this one dude who only had like 200 subs at the time, called out, basically did a fuck you video. He actually titled it "Fuck You, Gold Glove," and it was hilarious. It was just, it was like minor, something stupid, this one guy calling a big YouTuber on his shit, because that was fucked up. In my mind, you don't do that. You don't entice a video or make the viewers think you're going to talk about one thing and then do something completely different that directly benefits you and your channel, off the and do stuff like that, like misdirection. It's almost in the same vein as miscategorizing, but to even a more extent, really. And so with this whole "fuck you, Gold Glove actually asked Irish Football 6 to take down this video. I don't even know how Gold Glove found out about this video. Like I said, Irish Football only had like 230 subscribers, so he wasn't like a major sphere of influence. He didn't have a lot of say in what goes on in YouTube, and it's kind of funny, Gold Glove asking this one small channel to take down a "fuck you" video, and Irish Football 6 refused. He's like, no, there's no reason to. And so Gold Glove basically flagged his one video that Irish had about, it's some copyright video. He had music on, and Gold Glove asked a bunch of his friends, some of his partnered friends, to flag this video, and eventually Irish's channel got banned, and is now no longer there. Now he goes by Mr. Ducksworth, but he's out of YouTube. He doesn't even do it anymore. So that's one very clear kind of indication where a bigger YouTuber is taking it out on the smaller YouTuber just because of something that they said. And it's kind of bullshit, if you ask me.
Yeah, people use common sense. Don't fucking do stupid shit like that.
Yeah, like
like flagging videos for no reason. It's just dumb. Don't do it. You're abusing a mechanic, in a wrong, like in kind of a fucked up way. So don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as, like oh shit, what was I gonna say? I don't know, I can't even remember now.
It's like when you potentially flag somebody's videos, it's like taking their voice away almost, especially for people with partnerships and everything like that. Like, shoot, when I think I made a video about this, but when Wings flipped out on the PK podcast, people actually went on his videos and started like posting comments saying, "Hey, everybody, flag this video. If he gets a certain amount of flags, he'll be taken off YouTube." And I know I don't really respect Wings of Redemption that much.
I don't think anybody does.
I don't think very many people do, but nonetheless, that is a lot of hard work. That's not something that just comes to anybody. Like a whole fucking channel with 300,000 subscribers, and somebody almost threw that out the trash because of how he reacted on something. It's like, you don't really have the power to do that. That you shouldn't have the power.
You shouldn't. Yeah.
He put so much work into that, and it just to get it taken down by some like 14, 15-year-old kid that doesn't like him on YouTube is kind of fucking retarded, if you ask me.
No, I completely agree, and I'm no fan of people like White Boy 7th Street or Wings of Redemption or DJ Keemstar. Like those are the people on YouTube that I'm not subscribed to. I don't watch their videos ever. I think the only Wings of Redemption video I watched was actually a dual comm he did with with Hutch, and it was actually a Camp Hutch video, so it wasn't even
Oh
a
yeah, that one
Wings.
about sniping, how sniping is not legitimate or something like that in Modern Warfare or something.
No, it was about camping, like, cause Wings is a big camper. All he does is he'll sit in the back and camp. I mean, and camping's not even a part of it, cause now with Black Ops, camping was made way worse. But that I mean, maybe you're talking about a different video, but the video that I saw where he was on Camp Hutch, he.
I think that was the right one where he's talking about something. It's something controversial, and he's like, yeah, in like some type of I don't know, just he's just trying to find something to kind of grab onto to make fun of Hutch for something like that. So he picks on sniping, and he's like, "Well, sniping isn't legitimate either." It was just
Oh yeah, yeah,
he was just
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
find something like this, his last leg, so he could try to prove his relevancy in this
yeah,
argument. And he just like grabs to anything, so he grabs on quick scoping.
yeah, 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 and then he got flamed for that, and when I watched that, that immediately put in my mind Wings in a bad light. So those people I try to stay away with, but are away from. But their sphere of influence, going back to that phrase, is so huge that you can't help but notice when they do something. You can't help but notice when they're a part of something in the community because they are so big and so massive. No pun intended for Wings of Redemption, but they.
That motherfucking fridge, I swear to God.
I know, right?
Sorry, I'm not like I don't hate fat people or anything,
Yeah,
but
you do. Don't lie.
sometimes I wonder if that has to do with the reason why he has these weird personality quirks.
I don't know, but going back to what I was saying, those people are bad. But then you go to Hutch and Cnanners, who are considered good, and they're massive. I mean, if you take White Boy and you multiply him by tenfold, then you probably have Cnanners, who like Hutch, started a YouTube channel and then ended up working for a multi-million-dollar company all about gaming. And I mean, talk about different ends of the spectrum, really, because I guess both Hutch and Cnanners are older than White Boy, because White Boy is only 20. He's my age. White Boy is 20 years old,
He's
right?
pretty. I'm like, for seriously, I would like if I was in his position, I would start saving that money that he's making from YouTube because, I mean, if you told me if those numbers are correct from what you told me, I like that is a shitload of money.
It's incredible how much money these commentators make. I mean, you have to have 1 million views a month. Like, it's not easy getting 1 million views a month, but people like White Boy or people like Woody, to a lesser extent, I don't think Woody gets 1 million a month, but he probably gets 500,000 a month, easy. And
Yeah, I
that
wouldn't
that
doubt it, and that's a shitload of money,
that's
especially for his age.
yeah, it's so much money. Yeah, you're talking about White Boy,
Yeah, quite boy.
because Woody's an old fart, remember?
Oh yeah, Woody's a fucking old man. Swear to God.
But it's this whole YouTube thing is weird to me because I came way late. We were talking about this beforehand. I guess now I'm considered part of the in crowd. Or not. What am I trying to say? Not part of the in crowd because I'm not popular at all. But I know what's going on. I know the community now. I know the players and the shakers. Who's good, who's bad, all this shit. But in terms of you or other people who have been around for a couple months more, if not, how long have you been around in this whole YouTube scene?
Since like I think since Modern Warfare 3, or no, Modern Warfare 2 was out for like 3 months. So I want to say like January. Of what?
January.
January of what year would that be? I guess 2010. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, January 2010.
Damn. So yeah, you've been here for almost 2 years now, and I've only been
Almost.
been doing this, or at least a part of the community, for 8 months. So, and all the shit that happened in that 8 months is kind of ridiculous. all the
Yeah,
drama that's
it's
gone down is
oh yeah, I swear to God, this is worse than the fucking View with some of this drama that goes on.
worse than. Is it always like that? Has it always been like drama
Yeah,
centric?
it is. It's ridiculous how immature some of these adults can be, especially DJ Keemstar. I mean, like,
Oh
I
God.
understand. Like, for example, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Mr. Technical Difficult, but his videos, he prank calls hookers. Fucking funny as hell. And he knows how to handle himself in the community. He doesn't go around like demanding these subscriber wars and how he's gonna take his subscribers and flag other people's videos down so where they can't post anymore. Um, he actually is a pretty nice dude in the YouTube community. Um, it really doesn't separate him that much from the content. It's just that DJ Keemstar does not know how to handle himself when it comes to this huge ass following he has.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
uses that power to the point where he can basically have a whole army to flag videos down, which is kind of ridiculous if you ask me.
Well,
But they're
not anymore, cause
oh
his.
yeah, not anymore because his stupid channel got freaking taken down. Like that. See, that's another thing. You should know. You should have the ability to know that selling
Yeah.
selling partnerships is wrong, and that you shouldn't be doing that. That's technically stealing from Google when you do that, because I mean these partnerships, like you don't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not stealing, but these people shouldn't have partnerships. And what he did was fucked up, selling a partnership to a channel that doesn't even deserve any.
Yeah, yeah, and that was kind of shocking too. Like alone with the ethical aspect of it, we're just handing out partnerships for money, but also doing the technical aspect, like actually gaining partnership and having it to sell to someone is kind of crazy because it's not easy. Like you don't just hack into Google and say, oh, I can give anyone I want a partnership. Like he must have had an inside man or something. I didn't really follow up on it. I just know he got banned for
Because of it.
because of it. Yeah, I think you actually told me.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of what happens. And it's kind of a bummer that that happened for him because, I mean, after coming from Halo Fontage, he built up a 100,000 subscriber channel, and now he's reduced back to 10,000 subscribers. I mean, that's just a stupid mistake on his part. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, well, and then going back to the Alki David little incident, like he's been in a bad light for a few months now, and I think this whole selling selling shit just pushed him over the edge of douchebagness.
Yeah, it
Because
has.
I don't know, it's kind of amazing what people will do on the internet.
Hey, it's easy money, I guess, unless you
Yeah.
get. So I guess that would wrap up that point. That
Yeah.
was like, I don't know, way off
Yeah,
topic.
we kind of searching there, aren't we?
But that's how much the sway of I mean, the community. It's just a huge sway, and I mean, like, I don't know. You guys get the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my point, finally, was that the marketing scheme of YouTube is unbelievably good to where you can advertise stuff. For example, I think especially for video games, is the best place you want to advertise a video game. The first video game that I could really remember that they advertised was Alan Wake. And I hated that game, but I bought it because simply the fact that they hyped that game up to no extent. Like, it was just unbelievable how much they made that game look so good with all the like little, I don't know, they like released this little teaser thing or like this like little mini series on their channel, like what they do, what they did with The Walking Dead this time. Um, they released this little mini series for Alan Wake, and I was like, this actually has some potential, because it's basically about a writer that goes off and then finds his girlfriend missing, and he has to go find her. Turns out the game kind of sucked, and I bought it because of Machinima. I mean, for example, another one, I didn't buy Homefront, but Homefront was, like, just I don't think it would have sold as much if it wasn't advertised on Machinima, especially with some of these commentators too. Like, even going past Machinima, there's all these commentators with like 300,000 subscribers you could pay them probably about like a fourth of what you would pay a major network, a major broadcasting channel like Fox or something, to advertise your game, and I guarantee you it'll probably put out better numbers than if it were advertised on TV or something.
Yeah, yeah.
These just have huge sways, and if they get paid by these companies, say, oh, hey, go, this game is amazing, and they have never even played the game, but just trust me, take my word for it, this game is amazing. People will go buy it, I guarantee you. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
just the
It's
marketing area, like the advertisement, it's unbelievable how untouched it is by companies, and I think there's just a lot to be had.
definitely. I mean, it's all about the money in some aspects, especially for a company like Machinima, who they get money from from having adverts put on their videos, and it's not the only way they can make money. Marketing is a huge aspect of that, and you're right. Paying a company like Machinima is definitely probably cheaper than paying a company um, like or paying a network like Fox or NBC or any of the big three to get some airtime on the TV. I mean, if you put out a commercial on the TV, like on a network, you are guaranteed reaching millions of viewers. But the thing about YouTube, the thing about Machinima, is that if you put an advert on Machinima, you're reaching hundreds of thousands of people that play video games,
Hmm.
specifically that are here, are looking at this channel to play games, and you can even see it in their respawn videos where they play things like Orcs Must Die or whatever it's called, and they played a couple other crappy games, and they had their background was displayed with all this shit, and now they're pumping. Well, like, let's just go to Machine Respawn. What are they pumping out?
Right now, they were really talking about The Walking Dead. Not for games wise, I'm not really sure exactly what they've been talking about. I mean, we can click to it and see what they've
Well,
been
Respawn
advertising.
is now Respawn is pumping out their executive hoodie that they have, so it's not. It's a
Is that
bad
a game?
example. Yeah.
Oh, they were pushing out Orcs Must Die.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the last thing
That
that
was
I
what it's
saw.
called.
Um, that game, I think that was the last one, and that's just like a little mini like arcade game you would buy through the Xbox Live Marketplace or something. But it's nonetheless, it's still like you're gonna get really good numbers out of advertising on Machinima, no
Definitely,
doubt.
definitely. Yeah. And then
It's like you are addressing the gamer when you put out an ad on their channel. Whereas if you put it on Fox, I mean, like, for example, if you put a video game commercial in the middle of a Super Bowl, that ad's gonna cost you like I don't know the numbers, but I think it's somewhere within the millions.
oh, certainly,
But
yeah.
people are freaking watching the football game. They're not looking to play a video game. They're
Yeah.
watching the football game.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of just crazy with how widespread this community is, and it's not a bad thing at all. Like, I'm very happy to be a part of it. It's just when it's really bad, people are just dicks. People are just kind of crazy.
I know they can't take things personally. Trust it's just like especially like the sellout thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh God, that could just go on for days. But seriously, these people are turning their hobby into a job. Come on, they're not gonna be like conservative about, oh, I can't take money from them because of this because I don't want to sell out. It's a job to them now, and
yeah, yeah.
you gotta treat them like any business. So I don't know why people get so angry about that.
Well, cause and they don't understand that fact. Like you and I, we watch these videos of someone like Only Use Me Blade or someone like Captain Sparkles, who's really big. They get a lot of views per video, but they get money off of that, and we can realize the fact that they are gaining money from talking to us, and they may like talking to us, they may enjoy talking to us, but the bottom line is they still make money off of it, and we can debate whether or not they'd still be doing it if money wasn't involved. That's not really an issue here because we don't know what they would be doing if the money wasn't involved. What we do know is that they're here, they make money, and they make a shit ton of money. But we can separate that. Someone who's 12, 13, 14, I think they only see a person who's chill, who likes to play games like they do, and they only want to see that. Kind of like what you were saying earlier, like the deity type thing, the father figure type thing, where they look up to someone and they take them blindly. And then when they find out that they're only doing this for money, or they have to do certain things in order to pay the bills, they don't like that. They get mad, and then they trash someone, and it's kind of ridiculous. You're right. It's immature, in my mind.
The only thing I gotta say about that is that they continue to post if they continue to post the content that I subscribe to, I'm completely happy. I'm a happy person.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Like, if I subscribe to Mr. Technical Difficult, the guy that prank calls hookers, and he decides to switch over to making garden videos or showing you how to knit a blanket correctly, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. I mean, I don't think I've seen anything like that yet. You get my point, though.
Yeah,
If they completely just go off the path of what they used to be good at, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Like, for example, NASA 1, he really just completely abandoned modern or Call of Duty, and I think that's just kind of a shame because that is what he was famous off of, and he could post some badass gameplay. But because he lost interest in it, he's not posting it anymore. I think it's kind of dumb to have a blind eye to that and say, "Oh, I'm not going to post Call of Duty anymore because I don't like it anymore." It's like there's still going to be one game every year. I mean, it might change, you never know.
Well, the only thing that I can say to that is, like, at least he's happy. Like, he's been on Twitter, he's made videos about how much better video games are for him, how much more he enjoys them, and then I would say he's doing the complete opposite of selling out. I would say he's actually hurting himself when he chooses to play a game that's not gonna get the most views. But then he does, he does a solid for the community, and says, "Here's an opportunity event." He kind of turned his channel into a community channel of sorts. Like, it's not a formal one, and no one calls it a community channel. But it's a
Definitely
place.
serves like a community channel, and
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's like he's taking it almost in the pants right now because, I mean, turning your channel into a community channel, because he used to post some really good Call of Duty gameplay, is like, I mean, if you were going to hold you don't hold on. Can you talk for a second? My dad is being kind of dumb right now.
Oh, all right.
Hold on a second. Just keep.
Well, I'll just pause.
So,
Sorry for that.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got interrupted by my dad, but what I was saying is that, shoot, okay, so he's been I mean, a guy that was posting Call of Duty gameplay, and then said that he wasn't going to do it, really pissed off a lot of subs, and then him doing this giving a lot of like an opportunity to other smaller YouTubers, would, I'm sure, infuriate the fan base even more. But he doesn't care about making money. He just wants to help people out, which I think is really good. I think it's just a bummer that he abandoned Call of Duty, but he's, in the long run, like you said, I follow him on Twitter and everything, and he does seem like generally happier, or not happier about his YouTube and what he's been doing so far.
Yeah, and I mean, that's all you can really ask for, because at the end of the day, you have, and I don't mean you personally, like you, everyone in a general sense, you have no say in what these commentators do or play or say or anything. Like, you can't control that. They're gonna do whatever the fuck they want. And if someone wants to go on YouTube and say, "I'm gonna do this for the money," but don't flame me for it, don't troll me for it. I have shit that I need to pay for. I would respect that. I would say, I understand that they're in it for the money. I understand the fact that they are doing this for financial gain, but at least they're upfront. Excuse me. At least they're upfront about it. At least they're letting us know that, we we're not going to get shit content. That's what I feel like. If someone is up front and saying that, this is about money, or at least that, they don't, it doesn't have to be about money, but in the back of your mind, you're always going to think, shit, I got to pay the rent. Let me make a quick video and earn $200. Like that, I don't have a problem with that. I mean,
Not at all.
unless it's a shit video and it's just them taking a
Exactly.
shit like that.
That's when people should flip out. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so dumb to flip out because oh, he's making money off of it. It's like if he continues to post the same content, why are you flipping out?
yeah, yeah. I don't know, but this whole influence of YouTube has not only affected what we think of it, but how other companies think of it. Because if you look at someone like OneUp.com, they're failing right now, and they just got bought out by IGN. But they're losing money. They're basically bleeding money because their format is so old and tired. And even IGN, I think, is kind of. I don't think they're failing as bad as OneUp was, but they are definitely not doing as well as Machinima is. Like, because this YouTube format is so user friendly, and it's so easy to kind of jump in and just watch a quick video on a game to see whether or not you like it, that I think this is gonna eclipse all other types of video game news. I mean, I don't think those other types, like I don't think a written review will ever die. I just think
Heck
that,
no.
huh?
I don't think so either, but I think definitely that, I mean, I don't know, I feel like this is kind of insulting to say this, but viewing a video is just easier than reading an article.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day, that's probably what most people are gonna say too. Like even when I was on OneUp and IGN, if they had a video review, I was like, all right, I'll just watch this 5 minute video, then read a 3 page article, and it's kind of shitty, yeah, but I don't fucking care.
I think we've, I don't know, what are we at right now? Wow, we're in I think we're at a good stopping point. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we've talked about everything that we need to talk about. Is there any closing points you wanna say?
Not about the topic, but I would like to cover it, that you guys ask questions on the Twitter, LGU Twitter. If you guys aren't following, just go to the description. I'm sure the link will be there. Um, then Monday, we got the live stream, although you probably won't even see that by then, so never mind. Disregard what I said.
Well, you can say it for the following Monday.
Yeah, for the following Monday, and then stay tuned for our Friday's episode of the Legit Gaming Union update.
Yeah. All right. And remember, LGU faithful, we are still learning. We do want to have a guest eventually on one of these days, but we just don't know who. We want to find someone that's not just gonna talk for an hour, but someone who will actually engage in conversation. Because there's a difference. There's a difference from someone who's just gonna sit there and like to hear themselves talk, rather than someone who actually wants to hold a conversation. So, for now, it's probably just gonna be me and Metal. Hopefully next week we'll get another guest, but honestly, I don't know for sure. But like Mel had said, just stay tuned, check us out, watch our shit, and support us, because that's all we really want. Is we want to do right by you guys. And if you guys are happy, then we're happy. So this has been Panda Bear.
This is Metalhead.
See you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.